Hello and welcome back to Unreal Engine 5 Visual Novel and Narrative Game Design online course. In the last lesson we created some framework to host our dialog widgets, and now we're gonna continue with filling the dialog part. Right, now inside here, inside the vertical box, the middle one, we're gonna just copy paste the original vertical box. So we create a mini copy of the external system inside. I'm gonna press fill. So you see we have exactly the same copy of the external system in here. And I'm gonna wrap this one with a horizontal box. And press fill on this one also, the vertical box, because when I wrapped it, the horizontal box got the fill setting, but the vertical one that was previously existing reset it to auto. So now that we have this part here that will be hosting our dialog and our text, we're gonna need to populate it with a few things. So what I see in the hierarchy is this one. I click on it, and I'm gonna replace this vertical box with a text. Now, we could have used a rich text block. Let's fill this. It has many more rules, and you can do fancy, as it says, fancy text. But for our purposes, for this tutorial, a plain text will be fine. If you want, you can use rich text. We won't use nodes or code that won't fit both. Now, what we need to do is go to the original horizontal box, and we're gonna add an overlay. And set it to fill. And what we need to do is parent this vertical box to the overlay. Great. And already fill. Great. This overlay, why we need it? Because we're gonna add an image as a background. It needs to be hierarchy, remember, before the vertical box. So it first renders the image, and on top of it, it renders the vertical box. So for the image, we're gonna use one of our text textures, UI textures. Oh, this one is for the name. This one is, sorry, this shouldn't exist actually. This will not be, this only you will have. But we don't want this one. These are for the name. Box layouts. Yes, this one. Makes sense because these ones don't look that great. They looked a bit stretched. So this one looks perfect, and as you see, it's taking form already. Now, back to our design. This here is our horizontal box. Let's go this one here. So this is the total vertical box, and this is our horizontal. You can name these ones if you want. We want the name to appear above here. So what I will do is create another horizontal box in here. And press fill. But I don't want it to be that much fill. I want it to just be 20%, 10%, somewhere 0.2. It's fine. So the name will stick exactly as this finishes the bar of the name starts. We could do again with an overlay and add it, but it's too many settings, too much things that we have to change. This is a simpler way and more efficient, I think. So for this horizontal box, we need to do a bit of custom additions. We're gonna need a spacer, and we're gonna need an overlay because it's gonna have the background and below the spacer afterwards. Let's press fill and overlay fill. I see. I put it in the wrong box. So having the overlay, spacer, spacer above the overlay, and actually another spacer. So I'm gonna copy paste this and put the overlay between. Right, and inside the overlay, we're gonna need an image. And some text. Great. So, let's start with the spacers. We don't want them to fill that much. Let's say, actually, let's frame the overlay first. Put the image stretched, text block stretched, maybe here. We'll see. So for the image, let's choose this one here, this one. They both look great, to be honest. I prefer this one that looks at it coming from behind. So let's position it. Let's put this, the right one at fill 2 and the left one at fill 0.1. And we're gonna leave this to filling 1. So this text block here needs to be a variable, and let's give it a name. Speaker name. And this text block also needs to be a variable, and let's call this actually T dialog and T name. Compile and save. And now we have finished laying out our dialog box. Next one, we're gonna do some animations on incoming and outgoing messages, and yeah, that's it for this one. Goodbye.